just did a listening session for his album. Dutchie go crazy, bro. Effing no Dutchie. Effing no fly niggas only, you hear me? Yeah, effing no Dutchie go crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We got a joint Rap Star.
Yeah.
We got Popcorn Films making
Shit,
it.
his whole group go crazy for real. Zell and his man Swan.
Yeah.
Go crazy. I just did a video for Swan.
Say shout out Popcorn
Shout
Films, man.
out Swan though. Yeah. What video was it?
Road Rage.
I got gas if it's smoke, man. Might pull up in that.
Yeah, you was playing that shit last night, but I was stuck in my head.
We had the snake on the mic and all that. Yeah. That was crazy, bro. We put the snake on the mic.
What is you doing?
Somebody's upset, bro. Damn.
Your segment already passed.
He wants more time, bro.
Nah, for real. You gotta hit me for that.
Yeah, you gotta chip in, bro.
Shout out my man Dutchie. Man, like I said, there's a lot of niggas out here that's putting in that work. A lot of people that y'all need to look into. You know, Maryland just one box, and we're trying to expand ourselves to get outside the box. So if you listen to this joint outside of Maryland, bro, don't be scared to listen to other artists. I know DMV kind of quite sound the same with a lot of people, but there's a lot of artists that definitely has that versatile sound to them, and we ready to sprout for real. You know what I mean? And this man right here doing the job to help us get to that point for real.
Yeah,
so,
I heard this thing of like when you're in the DMV trying to have a music career, it kind of feels like like you're in this world where it's like crabs in a bucket. Like you can only go but so far, and then people are gonna try to like hold you back and not be as supportive as you need to like propel you into I guess expanding your demographic. How y'all feel about that?
I'm sorry, little man's just distracting the shit out of me. What was the question again?
No, so saying like I've been hearing this concept because a lot of artists talk about this, and a lot of guys that's in this industry, they're just like the DMV is like a crab in a barrel mindset. Like it's like you can only get so far until there's a ceiling where like you don't get the support that you need to expand, and it's like people will rather like tear you down than to propel you forward or farther than they can go. It's like, they don't want to see you do better than what they could do. So
100%.
The love turns into hate after a certain point.
Yeah, and I feel like every state honestly probably has that, to where their state artists are sitting there trying to get outside their box and they just can't, because it just gets to the point where everyone sounds the same in their state. Like for example, I'm not gonna name. I ain't gonna name. But I could say a couple people that I had listened to, like Spinrilla Days type shit, where they was crazy on Spinrilla, but Spinrilla was more of a DMV type based app on your phone. But let's speak of these artists now on the industry-based level of, Apple Music, Spotify, and you see that they obviously not doing numbers that they did on the Spinrilla days, because they just didn't get out. They wasn't able to get outside that wall that they needed to get out of. It just, there's a couple artists, couple artists. So I'm not trying to downplay no one, but there's also people that reality is just here. You could be honest. So, yeah, I definitely seen it, and it kind of sucks because they was once your favorite artist, and next thing you know, you haven't listened to him in so long.
It's like, damn, what happened?
Yeah.
It was like that for with Q the Fool for me. Like, I used to listen to Q the Fool all the time. Yeah. And then I know where like it just kind of like died down. I wake up one morning, I'm like, damn, I haven't listened to Q the Fool in like 2 years.
Yeah. No, for real.
Like, what's going on?
I used to go into GTA 5 and always put collard greens on the radio and just cruise around drifting on the game, bro.
Yeah. Nah, Schoolboy Q though. Schoolboy Q did his thing though. Yeah. You talking about Schoolboy Q collard greens?
Yeah, Schoolboy Q.
He made it. He made it.
That shit. That's a blast, bro. Nostalgia.
But not Q the Fool. Let me see. You should know Q the Fool. Guns. And
yeah. I know Q the Fool. I learned from him from GTA though. That was the crazy thing.
Yeah. Let's see a couple of other niggas. I say Light Show is one of my top artists. I think 2017, 2018, he was my top artist on Spotify that I played. What's that song? Ice Cold, Shooting with the Stars. All his albums crank for real. That was the only DMV artist that I knew that could take a remix. Like, how Lil Wayne took those remixes of other people's beats and
he made the dedication.
Killed them bitches, bro.
Light
Show.
He still does.
White Chalk.
Yeah, that nigga. Crazy,
Lil Wayne
bro.
still crazy on all the remixes he makes. It's crazy. It doesn't stop.
Every time he's on the feature, it's like, is this Lil Wayne's song?
No, for real. Sorry for the waits.
Sorry for the waste. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Sorry for the waste. Went crazy.
Man, Lil Man Crank. Lil Man Crank. Fucking, I've been listening. Who today I listened to? Fabulous.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, bro.
I'm not gonna lie. I haven't listened to
Heard a
Fabulous
Fab
catalog
song in a minute.
If you go back to his old category, you're gonna realize that those songs that you was listening to as a kid, it was him type shit. He, you know, you always had those females that had the craziest chorus and hooks, and it was always him. Like I was listening to this shit today, I was like, God damn, he was the one that made that song. What the fuck? That nigga Crank, Lloyd Banks, fucking I can go for fucking T-Pain, of course.
T-Pain go crazy.
That nigga, he was only 18. He was doing that shit, bro.
T-Pain without auto-tune.
He can't sing without auto-tune. He's like, bitch, watch me.
Yes.
For
Yes,
real.
bro.
What was that joint? Masked. You ever seen that show?
Masked Singer?
Yeah, he was on that joint. And that boy.
No one, I don't think anyone knew either. None of the judges guessed him.
That boy can sing like crazy. A lot of females too. Beyonce was tearing up the early 2000s. Keisha Cole. Who's Charlie off of Black Eyed Peas? I forgot her name. Fergie, she was tearing it up. Black Eyed Peas were tearing it up.
Oh my god, they
bro.
Boom, boom, boom.
Man, for real. And they was the versatile. Like, you know, you had the whole hip hop talking about the gangster rap, money, this and that, and you had those niggas turning you up type shit.
I missed the Black Eyed Peas before it like got like super digital. I'm talking about like pump it louder.
Nah, for real.
Pump it louder.
Another nigga that was mad versatile, Flo Rida. That nigga,
oh
bro,
man,
he
what?
knew. That nigga knew
What?
what
Apple bottom jeans, boots with the fur.
My elevator. Now, Flo Rida had the game in the chokehold for real.
Bro, I remember.
Like, no, Flo Rida really had the whole industry like, shut the fuck up. Say anything, bitch. Say anything. I'll kill you right here, right now.
I remember on an old flip phone, they had like the first like meme cat video, and it was to that song, and the cat was like shaking its digital ass. Dude,
bro.
like,
bro, he's nice for life, for real. Those songs
crazy,
bro. Who else? We had Sean Kingston. You know.
Yes. Oh, that's crazy. I got to work on one of his records.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. But the relationship with the client I was working with, he acquired the feature, but I was working with somebody that was like, you know, indie artist.
Sean
but
Paul.
that relationship went very,
Sean
very,
Paul.
very left.
John Paul.
Yeah.
How'd it go? How left did it go? the stretch set him up with something.
Gotta go off the road and hit a tree.
Imagine working on the same song for 2 years, and the person keeps trying to buy studio time instead of just paying for the record to be mixed, in which you wouldn't even have to pay for studio time because you just paid me this price one time. I would make any amount of corrections that you ask of me and we could be done with it. But instead, you don't want to come up off of $200, so you want to keep buying recording time and in the session trying to do all these edits yourself when you could have just got the mix and sat down next to me and made all those edits on a schedule for like 2 years. You know what I'm saying? Get to the point you just stop calling. Like you just start ignoring the calls. Like, yeah, I'm done with this.
I can only imagine.
You're gonna give me my stems to my files.
We talked
Bro,
about
I already gave you your stems. You didn't download the email.
We talked about all the good shit that you've been doing. I can imagine all the shit that you have to deal with in the behind the scenes. Of niggas, bro. You know?
Yeah, there do be a lot of wild stuff. I've seen some interesting things go down in the studio.
You know, you can tell us one good joint,
Yeah,
bro. You know,
I had a rapper come into back when I was working at Quality. I had a rapper come into the studio with crack.
Oh,
nigga really pulled crack out his socks like a bag full of crack rocks. Like on some, you want one? Like, what the fuck is this guy?
Hey, it's bold.
You brought him?
Hey,
This nigga was you?
it's a bold first move, to say the least, bro.
Yeah. You got
my
cokeheads. You got cokeheads that be like wanting to snort coke in the studio. You gotta kill that shit. You know what I mean? Niggas be up in the cocaine dime bags and shit.
Oh my god.
Trying to like pull a key out, like pull out like this little ass spoon. It's like, hey.
Oh,
None
god.
of
Let's
that,
make music.
Just go to the bathroom or something. Like, be respectful, dude. Like,
What else?
Sheesh.
A couple crash outs. You know, you damn near get into like a physical altercation. I remember one time. It was like when I was just interning for Will. This father brought his son to the studio, and the son was just trying to do his shit, but he had his own opinion about how he was making his records, and he like actually sounded dope the son's way, but the dad was just so stuck in his ways on some like Michael Jackson daddy shit. You gonna do the song, you gonna do it right. He's like, okay, Dad, you got it, Dad. But he was doing that, okay, Dad, you got it, Dad, for like 45 minutes to an hour. Eventually, he was like, all right, Dad, I ain't no bitch now, nigga. I said what the fuck I said was cracking, like.
Oh God.
And so me and Will just looking at each other like,
Oh
They
shit!
paid.
It's about to go. It's about to happen.
Watch out for the equipment. God,
Grab the
damn.
camera.
Will's still being laughing like, you bringing you by it.
Oh my God.
That was an interesting situation.
What's up? It's Popcorn Films, and you're watching The Smoke Break with Steffi and Nick. Subscribe, like, and comment.